Today we're going to talk again about sashing. We're going to take the simple sashing one step further and we're going to add cornerstones. And we have the same layout here that we had last week. And so here's our rows, and we've got the sashing between our rows. Now we're going to make a row with a piece of sashing and a piece of sashing and a piece of sashing, and in between the sashing we're going to put cornerstones. And a cornerstone is just a square that goes where it meets. Now here is a contrasting cornerstone that we're going to use. And so then you would just make a row here with a block and a sashing and a block and a sashing and a block. Then you'd make a row with a sashing and a cornerstone and a sashing and a cornerstone and a sashing. Now I really like the way that this goes together, because we talked last week about lining up your blocks. Well, this is going to line them up. If your seams meet here and here, then your blocks are going to line up. So it's a great way to get your blocks to look really squared up on your quilt. I'm going to just throw this one on here really fast. And sometimes you'll want a cornerstone that is a different color, so it's a contrast like these. But sometimes you may just want it to look like a simple sashing, so you can actually make your cornerstones out of the very same fabric that you're making your sashing out of. And so there, we'll just put that on, and it looks like it's one continuous piece, but the reason we're going to do it is so that we can line up our blocks and make sure that they're squared up. Now, like I say, if you line up these seams as you sew this together, then it lines up your blocks and everything's square. It looks great. Okay, now when you do this, you always press to the sashing, and you on any time that you do it, because you're going to press away from the bulk, and the bulk is in your block with your seams, so you're going to press towards the sashing. So I'm going to press these towards the sashing, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to press away from the cornerstones towards the sashing. Then when I sew these together, these seams will be going that way and these seams will be going this way, and so that you can just butt those up. They won't be laying on top of each other. So remember to always press to your sashing when you're doing that. Next week we'll talk about another way to put together your cute blocks that you've made.